E pessoal, simplesmente mais um vídeo. Hoje iremos reagir a rap das Guardiãs Estelares Garotas Mágicas from 7 Minutos. Uh, I know this is a surprising video for me to react to, just because no one ever recommended me to watch this. In fact, I didn't even know this project existed until one of my translators actually messaged me about it. But literally a few days ago, the Brazilian Nerdcore channel with English subs, they messaged me on Twitter and told me that this collaboration happened and they thought I should check it out. And so they sent me the translated lyrics, and I'm very excited just because Riot has always made really high quality music, and it's a 7 minutos, so I never expected this collaboration to actually happen. So I'm very proud of them. I'm just so happy to see geek rap and nerdcore in general just growing bigger and getting more audiences. So with that being said, let's get into it.
Ouvi dizer que em valor ansiste existem pessoas fantásticas, adolescentes com coragem, portadores da luz, garotas mágicas. Dizem que se a escuridão em seus olhares pode cegar seu coração quando olharem, emanando luz, veja brilharem. Star Guardians, Guardiãs Estelares.
I really love the intro. That chorus is kind of everything I want in just a strong intro. It's really nice and calming. I really love Lux's voice because like he just has a high quality voice. Every time I've listened to his voice, I've always just enjoyed it. Like his voice is just so peaceful and just so nice to listen to. And yeah, it just makes me really excited to just okay, not enough talking, let's get into it.
Acabou a brincadeira, é a capitã das Guardiãs Estelares. Meu flow encanto e tá atraindo olhares, faz parte do charme. A baixa convocada pela primeira estrela e jurar me tornar uma guardiã estelar. Perdi pessoas que eu amava, prometo que nunca mais vou perder outra aliada. Devo fazer subir ou sumir sua pulsação. Esse é o brilho de uma procura, derrotando o monstro sem ultra. Eu tava na sua, só que não. Tolinho, era tudo ilusão.
Ouvi dizer.
Alright. I love that verse from Amanda Areia. It was just a good verse because I think it portrays Ari's character so well. Like talking about obviously her role as captain. At the beginning, she was very stern, very serious. But then when she talks about, charms and, just what it took to be a Star Guardian in the first place, I love how it switches from a serious note to a bit of a more sad and somber note. She lost a lot of people and she made a promise to never lose anyone ever again. And then we see it circle all the way back to why she became the leader and why she is a leader. So I love how in just a few quick lines, Amanda Areia was able to just talk about Ari's character so well.
De valor ansiste existem pessoas fantásticas, adolescentes com coragem, portadores da luz, garotas mágicas. E dizem que se a escuridão em seus olhares pode cegar seu coração quando olharem, emanando luz, veja brilharem. Star Guardians, Guardiãs Estelares.
And I know that this chorus is exactly like the intro, but I love how much more power Lucas puts into it. And I feel like it's kind of fitting for the Star Guardians. Like on the surface, these ladies seem kind of gentle. They don't look threatening. They look kind of calming. But then after, seeing what they can do, they have so much power and they're actually way stronger and way more intimidating than you think. So I love how Lucas switches how he performs the chorus. He doesn't switch the words, but he switches on how he performs it. So I think that's just really brilliant to listen to.
Passaram centenas de anos e eu vi tudo sumir. Equipe, família e amigos, mas eu ainda estou aqui. Anos lutando contra a escuridão. endureceram minha determinação. Mas também tornou de pedra o meu coração. A sombra da alvorada, disparando luz e sombra. Ninguém se compara a cena, a redentora. Quando uma garota de...
Alright, Annie as Senna. Interesting. I feel like her verse was way shorter than Ari's. I don't know why. Maybe in my head, my head's playing tricks on me. But once again, I feel like that's gonna be a very similar thing I'm gonna talk about within this reaction. Just talking and analyzing how these artists are talking about the characters and trying to dissect their stories and how do you perform their stories. And I love how Annie, when she talks about Senna's story, it's just upsetting, but it's upsetting but powerful because, like Senna didn't give up. And I love how Annie portrays that. Like, she talks about how she lost her team, her friends, her family, but she has to keep going. And it's brilliant. I love stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see how each artist just portrays their character through their writing.
Ninguém se compara a cena, a redentora. Quando uma garota artificial fez um pedido, parece tornar uma garota real. Sabia que seria atendido. Analisei minha chance de sucesso como uma garota estudante do colégio. 100% de sucesso no final. Oriana tá com Orimana, sabe quem comanda, seja dissonância. Se você quer lutar, me cobre. Olha mais fera de pobre. Fico saudade, choque. Pra entender o que é ser humana, eu tenho que me conectar. E eu canto.
Wow, Dia as Oriana. I was not expecting that kind of style from her, because the only time I've ever listened to Dia was on the Villain Cipher by Mystery, and she sang on that cipher. So hearing her rap is way different, and I loved it. And I feel like, once again, it matches Oriana's character very well. I don't know the lore of League of Legends, so I'm gonna get some details wrong, but I love how she talks about how she became a real girl, and I feel like because she became a real girl, that's why she's so excited. That's why she's rapping very fast, because her wish came true, and she's just so happy that it came true. So I feel like, with my understanding and my analysis of things like that, I feel like that's why she rapped very fast, and I love it. So tell me if I'm wrong about my interpretation of it, but to me, I feel like if that's what she meant, I love that, talking about just how she feels, how this character feels, with not just the lyrics, but with how she's performing it too. So really nice. I love seeing just portraying these characters in different ways. It's just so nice.
Eu tenho que me conectar. E eu cantarei até acabar minha voz. Isso não é só por mim, é por todas nós. Uma cantora sonhadora, não posso errar minhas notas. E o mundo cantar pra mim, eu vou cantar de volta. Psicotôxica, e o som dessa guardiã estelar é o que me faz ser única. Uma canção é a mágica mais pura, e eu quero curar o mundo com a música. Segunda.
Fabula as Seraphine. All right. Now this isn't just a testament to how the story is being portrayed, but I love how Fabula is the one who plays Seraphine. I've never heard of her. Like, she's an entirely new artist to me, but I love her voice because it matches Seraphine's character so well. Like, Seraphine is an idol. She performs for a living, and I feel like Fabula, when I listen to her performance, she has that power. She has that, like, expertise in singing, and just like Seraphine said, her music is unique, and so far Seraphine's verse has been the most unique. It's this song about just healing people, and it's uplifting, and once again, just showing these characters how different they are through their performance. So really great. I love this.
Ooh.
Okay.
A mais cabeça quente das guardiãs não mexe com as minhas irmãs. Meu aviso, vai ser tiro.
Interesting. Mystery as Misfortune. I feel like, once again, another great casting choice, because Mystery, from what I've heard of her, she has so much power to her voice. Like, her voice is a voice where when you hear it, you can't help but just be in awe of her performance. And once again, talking about the story, I love in the Jonesy Gang talking about just, once again, how hot-headed she is. She has a temper. She's been through a lot of stuff, and that has caused her to be the way she is. And I love how Mystery then switches into a way more vulnerable side of her, talking about how, don't mess with my sisters, don't mess with the people I love, because I'm not going for a warning shot, I'm going to kill you. So I love these different nuances with these characters.
Minhas irmãs, meu aviso, vai ser tiro. Cai na escuridão pra me encontrar na luz mais uma vez.
Meu amor, eu vou tirar a escuridão de você. Sacrificar pra salvar o mundo no final. Crepúsculo, me tornei o próprio caos.
Juro que vou te salvar. Minha missão é essa. E uma guardiã sempre cumpre suas promessas. Acender a centelha que há dentro de você. Quando no céu tiver estrela, nosso amor não vai morrer.
And Felicia Rock and Gabriel Rodriguez, I love that, because they both have very powerful voices on their own. I love how, even though it's a duo, they each get their own shine. Like, obviously, Gabriel Rodriguez has that very fast portion in the middle, but then Felicia Rock is able to end it with just her powerful singing voice. And I feel like that's kind of important with the characters, because they're a duo, and I love how it's a duo and they don't overpower each other. They let their own individual strengths show up. Like, they allow their own individual strengths to be shown versus trying to overpower one another. And the best pairs are the ones who, with their strengths, make their collaboration even stronger. And I feel like that is what they achieved here. So, really beautiful work. I love this.
Ouvi dizer que valor acende. Existem pessoas fantásticas, adolescentes com coragem, portadores da luz, garotas mágicas que dizem que a escuridão em seus olhares pode cegar seu coração quando olharem, emanando luz, deixa brilharem. Star Guardians, Guardiãs Estelares.
What fantastic work from 7 Minutos, and obviously all the artists on here. I apologize if the reaction and the analysis is a bit different, and I'm sorry that this is a kind of unexpected video, but Riot has such a special place to me. It's one of the first videos I ever reacted to that got a lot of traction, and I love the lore of Riot, and I love what they produce, and I'm just so happy to see an artist that I actually know and I kind of feel a connection to being able to collab with them. Like, this is so big for not only Nerdcore community, but in general for, like, I guess it is for the Nerdcore community mainly, but I just love seeing people who are in my community. I love seeing them win. I love seeing people who are in my community. I love seeing them succeed, and being able to work with Riot and be able to do something incredible like this, that is amazing. So I said before, but congratulations. This is an amazing piece of art, and I'm glad I got to react to it. So thank you guys so much. Let me know who your favorite verse out of these Star Guardians was. I think for me, it had to be Mystery or maybe Dia again, honestly. Those two are always, from what I've heard, they're always like some of my favorite verses. So let me know who your favorite Star Guardian verse was. Until then, obrigado por assistir. Simply ordinary. Howdy.